What's up, everybody? Mel here, and welcome to another episode here on Vale Craftworks. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about where I've been. I know we were working on the tavern build, and I will finish that, but I really wanted to take a stop after that video, the last video went up on the tavern door, and talk a little bit about where the channel was going and why I took a break from making videos to kind of reassess where I wanted to take the channel. I really like building things. I like painting miniatures, I like building models, I like, every aspect of this hobby, and I like other aspects of, overall hobbies in general, crafting, building dioramas, building 3D puzzles, things like that, working with Legos. All of those things kind of, spark my creative juices. And I really feel like with the last few videos, I've kind of gotten away from where I wanted to take this channel in terms of videos and the quality of videos that I was putting out. And that being said, it's also, it's a lot to think about, to kind of think about what I want to build or what I want to paint or what I want to do, rather than just letting it come naturally and, letting the ideas flow naturally, as opposed to trying to strictly schedule things out. And to make like how-to videos, there's a lot of great how-to videos already out there. I really just want to share my love of this big crafting and hobby world with you. And if you take something away from that, like maybe a technique I use that other people don't use, that's great. And that's a bonus. But I'm certainly not the, an expert, maker. I do the best I can with what I have. A lot of what you'll see me do over the next couple of videos is bring this channel to where I want it to be. And I really want to again thank you for the time you've taken to come and hang out and spend a part of your day with me here. I'm not going to keep you too much longer than this. I want to show you some cool things. So right now I'm going to direct your attention over here. We're going to change this for a moment, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I have and talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on here. So what you're going to see in front of me now is the watercolor set that I just recently acquired. This is something that I'm going to be using to work on a new project. I'll tell you more about that in the future. This is another project, the Steampunk Clock, which is a 3D MDF kit that I'm going to be building on in another video again. And I'm also planning on working, you got pastels because they can come in useful for a number of the different crafts. And there's my new bottle of Liquitex, which is a medium, matte medium, to mix things, as well as my brush cleaner for cleaning my brushes. Now, you're going to see this. Now, these shelves are, as I said, that shelf is not specifically designed for Citadels, but I'm using it because it was a good value. And there's my Vallejo mix with my craft paints in the back, and my Master Series paints, which are the Reaper product that I've been using to paint most of my miniatures. There's my rotating plinth for the reveals at the end of when I do painting for miniatures, and some of the tools that I use. Sneaking in behind there is the Lord Shack statue I have from Destiny 2, which is, one of the little decorations I have for my room. There's a little bit of blue tack back there, so you can see that in my variety of rulers and angles. So what I'm just wanted to talk to you about with this is that's kind of where I'm heading, and those are the kind of things that you can expect to see explored a little bit more. Now, those shelves, just as I mentioned, I'm going to be putting up a listing of links on Amazon. Most of the stuff I buy on Amazon. Nothing I buy is really super expensive. I think the most is actually the watercolors. I think were around $25. That might be the most expensive thing. The shelves, the MDF shelves there, are modular, so you could add on to them. I do have more MSP paints coming, and more Vallejo and Army Painter, so I will probably switch out that. I do have an appropriate size shelf for the Citadel paints, so those I'll be adding in the future. Those are really inexpensive. I think I got those actually for around $14 each a couple of weeks ago. And I know the rest of this stuff that's coming in will, well, in the future, when I get the chance to get them. Uh, I'll go over that as I put this together, but most of what I'm doing here is designed to really get to set everything up to show you that you can make a setup in your house inexpensively with just a lot of stuff that you might have on hand. The table, as you can see behind me, is actually just a folding table that you can pretty much get anywhere, even at a flea market or whatever. You don't have to spend a lot of money on that. And I just have a keyboard tray, basically clamped onto that. The only thing I'm going to be adding onto that is a piece of plywood that I'm going to put as the top to give me just a little